All right, back in the kitchen, Kitus Cooks. We're not cooking today, we're blending. Back in the kitchen with Kitus Blends today. Blending up horchata, a delicious Mexican thirst-quenching drink made out of rice and almonds and milk, a little sugar, those kind of things. So let's get started. So simple, so you're gonna start with some rice. Look at there, I got some white rice, long grain white rice. And so you're not going to cook it. Do not cook it. DNC. Do not cook. Doc. DNC. Did I say? Didn't cook. Okay, so we're going to start with some rice, and we're going to get a cup and a quarter. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to get my trained eye to get it. Look at there, a cup and a quarter of rice. Da-da-da. And we're going to put it in the blender. So remember that. Do not cook that, right? DNC. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some almonds. And I have the almonds right there in front of me. So we're going to do about a half cup sliced almonds. And these ones don't have the outer part, the husk, but so this will keep it a nice white color. So that's what we want. And then the next thing, we're going to add some cinnamon sticks. So I have cinnamon sticks. I know I brought them over here. And look, I misplaced them. Somebody did this on purpose. One of you students. Oh, there you go. Look at there. See, I was joking. All right, so we're going to grab, oh, that smells, I love the smell of cinnamon. We got 2 cinnamon sticks. I'll break them when I put them in there because we're going to blend them. And that will help them blend up a little quicker. Okay, and that's it. So far, so good. So we're going to put this, ow, I'm in this blender. This is high powered. It's an XL, variable speed. It's going to go fast. So we're going to turn it on, start slowly, and then and now I can't really talk too much. What I said was I can't talk too much when the blender's on, but when it's off, all right. And then what you want to do is take it off, shake it up a bit, try and get everything to blend up nicely. See, we just went into warp speed. Spock, put it in to warp speed. Who was that? The guy in Star Trek. What's his name? Kirk. Captain Kirk. There you go. Spock, warp speed. I'm not really good at imitating people. Okay, let's see. One last blend. I'll let it go for a bit and I'll start getting my other things ready. So I need one of my assistants here. Eric, I want you to go over and get me 1 quart of cold water. And I waited on that because I wanted it to be really cold. It's because I actually forgot to get it. I forgot to have my mise en place already, but Eric's good at getting these things. He's good at chasing things down. So we're going to add to this 1 quart of cold water. We're going to put in about a half cup of sugar. So it's not going to be overly sweet. It's going to be, well, it looks like I'm getting nerd lessons here. It was Spock, not Scotty. Or Scotty, not Spock. What's that? Okay, and then we have our quart of water. So we'll take a look in there, and you'll see everything's not completely fine. You can go a little further with it, but I get really bored just waiting for those things to get chewed up. So I'm going to pour in my water, and we're going to put our half cup of sugar. There we go. And we'll put our milk, which is going to be 2 cups. So voila, this has a 2-cup measuring mark right there. I will prove it to you when I turn it around. And look, it says 2, as in 2 cups. You got that, Lee? All right, let's do the happy dance. Next thing, we're going to finish it off with a little vanilla. Smell that. Make sure you sniff it to make sure you're putting vanilla, not soy sauce. That's happened. Believe it or not, that stuff happens in the kitchen. We're going to do 1 teaspoon, and everything's ready. Back goes that lid. I'm going to put the lid on the milk so we don't forget. I get tired at my house of having milk with no lid on it. Makes my cereal taste funny. There we go. And we let it blend. And we let it go. And that's going to chop up those other things that are in there a little bit more. And look at it blend to get those flavors going. And what's happening is also releasing some of those starches out of the rice. And so what happens is that rice overnight, it never gets cooked. It just sits in there and the flavor comes out and it kind of gives a nice thickening agent to our horchata. So here we go. I'm going to move this big old machine out of the way. And you let it sit for a whole overnight, for a whole day, whatever, 24 hours. And when it's done, look at this. I had horchata. You notice what I did here? Oh, thank you, Eric. See right there, I wrote horchata, and I wrote the date that I made it, so 5/12/21, which was yesterday.
So basically, horchata.
Orchata, yep, now we have it. But what? You're not quite done. You say, what? I'm not done yet. Yep, what we're going to do is we're going to strain it. And the reason we strain it, I'll show you here in a minute, is all that rice is still going to be in there. And even though it tastes good, you want to take it out of there, pour that through there, and you'll see now down at the bottom of this, look at all that. That's your sediment left over from making your horchata. So you can still eat this if you want to. And it's still going to be a little bit chewy because that cinnamon is whole cinnamon when it's not, oh, thank you, Eric, when it's not chopped up like cinnamon, you know, you put on your toast. It still has a really woody feel to it. So you don't want to, actually you don't want to do what I just did. My mouth is full of like the woods. I feel like my mouth is stuck in the forest. All right, there we go. So we strained it through, get all that out of there, and that can go in your compost. And then this is what we do. Look at those plastic cups.
It may be a taste test because I know my horchata, some like too sweet, too cinnamony, and other stuff.
Lee's going to taste test. So there we go, our horchata. Let me give it a flavor test. Oh, so tasty. If you like cinnamon, it's so good. It's not too sweet, which I love. It's not like you're drinking a soda, like a Pepsi. Pepsi. I call Pepsi. I don't know what I call it. I don't like it. So this is perfect. Like any time of day or night, you can drink it. It's delicious. And if you want, you can add some other flavor to it. You don't have to. You could do a little pureed mango in there. Sure, it's not a traditional horchata if you do that. But hey, in this class, I know what they'd do. They'd put chocolate chips and they'd put blue food coloring or red food or yellow. That's what they do here. They're food coloring and chocolate chips. That's what happens in this class. So that's it. So get in the kitchen, sharpen those knives. Even though we're blending today, you don't really need your knife today, but sharpen them anyways. Send me a letter, send me a note. I got a meme sent to me today that said, hair removal, 50 cents. It was an inside joke, but it was very funny. Thank you, Mr. Eric Link, for that. And keep on cooking or keep on blending. And we'll see you on our next show. That's it. Cut action? What? Yummy.